Part 3, AI and algorithms. All these parts are moving fast, they're moving slow, they're so well put together. They're like my Porsche mug, you know, like the decoration, just, you know, it's perfectly geometrically symmetrical, it's well made, it's got benefit like the coffee, you know, it makes you energetic and it keeps you safe. And there's this current kind of theoretical, philosophical dilemma people keep talking about. I say dilemma because I don't think currently we are, but they're talking about simulation. Are we just, you know, being bossed around by aliens, you know, like you know, paranoid, like, oh, I think they turned into a skull and then a wolf. And that they're able to just shape shift, you know, transport and, you know, have mind control, and, you know, we don't have any other option or choice to make other than what they do for us, and we are not aware what's happening. Too depressing to like really like try to make sense out of, and I've read kind of write-ups on some of the books, and I just haven't had the strength and the energy yet to try to understand. Well-known people from MIT, Elon Musk talks, I think, probably about it, but I don't know what he says. I mean, it's like a big debate in the scientific community from what I can understand. Not as like everybody's, you know, going in the same direction, but relevant with AI and algorithms especially, you know, and what algorithms can do and what people don't always realize with not only data and information, but a visual stimulus like a video screen, you know, on the iPhone. It causes the eyes to, you know, not chill out and relax from the blueness, you know, from the screen, unless a person makes the cognitive, you know, metacognitive recognition, like, oh, my eyes are getting, you know, just too like wound up, so you gotta kind of chill it out, your sensory, your vision. And especially if you're playing a loud video game, I mean, it's just like, you know, like one young man I was around who just would kill other humans, or, you know, whoever, I don't know, maybe there were AI in there, but he would go on there and point guns and hunt and, you know, be a sniper, just murdering and destroying. And he was Buddhist, and his mom worked at a children's hospital, and she was my landlord. She hit me, stole my laptop. The son would just stare me down, like most bullies who have abused me, who have caused me suffering, and like people in this building. They don't care, it's easy, you know, you stare someone down enough and then, you know, either they look away, like it's socially acceptable and almost required nowadays, where you have to cause yourself some sort of, you know, funkiness to get groceries, to get to a children's school, to get to a public school for children and pick them up and get them home and feed them and take good care of them so that their mom and dad don't worry when they're at work, keeping them safe and secure in their home that they pay for and the food on the table that they buy with their money. And then the same family, the mom and the son, said to me, not once but twice, get the heck out of here. And never gave me any sort of assistance to do better and be better and make less mistakes. When I was recovering from cancer, when I was practicing and studying Tibetan Buddhism and just wanting to be around a nice group of people to keep my meditation progressing in my mind smarter. There's a lot of people that tell me I don't make sense, but being around children makes me want to at least keep working. Because Google and Apple and Microsoft aren't going away. The government could end. The revolution could succeed, and the next revolution could take over the previous revolution, and people could decide on anarchy like Noam Chomsky's talked about with Palestine. And those are separate discussions. But for humans to have an artificially intelligent work being done, and to not let people like me do what they need to stay out of the way. There could be a simulation. And so in the future, the simulation theory gets very critical. You've got this AI who can go on YouTube, make videos. You've got this AI who can start possibly a business like Amazon, where all they got to do is hire people, ship stuff, and be so socially responsible and ethical and morally great, fantastic, awesome, super, hooray. They get left alone. And people like me get strange stuff like fake cameras from China that I, previously tried to get from Amazon when I lived with that family who, was treating me unfairly, to find out, well, who's coming in my room, like my laptop was gone, my door was locked, and the only person with the key was the landlord. So she said, like when I moved in. And the son could have got it, a friend could have came over, maybe they, just wanted to see what I had in my room and, played around with the laptop like kids do. But he was graduated from high school, very large. I mean, you couldn't stand up to the young man because physically it would have been brutal, like defending yourself. Like if he got violent like those video games he was doing, shooting people and killing people, then I would have been in harm's way. But their argument, and maybe a similar argument for AI, is like, well, the AI is helping. It's gonna get us to solve the problem. And they won't even have to use that gesture or behavior anymore. They'll just say, it's solving the problem. With their face, their mouth, their brain, and their body's not gonna have to do much. But the argument with the family was, the mom works at the Seattle Children's Hospital. She's helping people. Why would her son go and, beat someone up like me because I'm confused why he's just staring me down, and why he just yells and screams and murders people on a video game all night and eats food left out for days, or maybe just a day, but would just eat left out food the mom made and just put on the counter and didn't put in the refrigerator. Doesn't make sense. But the simulation occurs when the AI starts to be unrecognizable and so fast and so wise and so smart and intelligent. Not even the CIA, the Central Intelligence Agency, can say a word like Jesus, or put a skull and crossbones, like near them to say like, don't tread on me. When there's no spontaneous body movement, no silence, you don't expect. No attention and awareness where you just go, I think I'll get some cheese. No, I think what I need is a pizza, some chicken wings, and a Coca-Cola. And say maybe your stuffed animal. Oh, that's nice. I'm going to buy it myself then. If you're not buying me a Diet Coke, then you can stay here, because that's all you buy me. And I want my red Coca-Cola. I gave you the list. And have to eat what the AI gives you from the supermarket that delivers it from where you buy it, and have to check out from the machine the AI algorithm gives you the orders and the sounds from, and the whole store has facial recognition, and the AI processes, and the world has no ins and outs. It has no random couple meeting other than online dating and the AI hooking people up, It's like a pimp and a prostitute. But we are always under the same time constraints as I am now, with the clock up the top that says 14, 01, 02, 03, 04. In a place like YouTube, it says 15 minutes or less. You gotta hurry. In a place like Apple that says only this amount of storage, only this amount of time on your video recorder, or else it'll stop. And we push the limits, and we push the limits, and we push the limits, if you're like me in a similar situation or circumstance, and run out of breath. And have to stop and say, the end.